getting real, y'all.
It's getting real, man.
Getting real, y'all. Man, I tell you, I'm just happy to be amongst the brethren and all the greatness that is Square Business Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of Square Business. I'm your host, Rodney Sorrell. As always, got my partner right here with me.
Mr. Curtis Adams, how y'all feeling, folks?
I know I'm feeling good. So back with another one. Before we get into it, man, I want to ask you, as a brother,
Yep.
how you doing? Are you okay? Do you need anything?
Man, you taking something that I've really just started implementing. I'm doing okay. Doing better now. Other than, like I said, just got over being sick for a while, but
Yeah.
doing better now, man. I've been in a rough space for the last couple weeks, but everything's kind of evening on out. I've been taking better care of myself, and now my schedule's getting less hectic. And other than at least one more round of 18 before the season ends.
Man, I was just telling my wife that. I said, yo, I got to get back out there one more time.
Yeah,
at least.
Man. I need one more go around. You'll see it next time we go out, man. I bought that old 3-wood back out, right?
Oh, yeah?
So I got my original driver.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how it's going to hit.
The super old one, the all straight metal?
Yeah, man. That Big Bertha.
Yeah.
Before the Callaway Big Bertha.
Yeah.
I told myself I'm gonna bring it out there.
Man, if I could find a Nike Sasquatch, man,
sir,
I'm gonna put that in the bag.
It's the dream.
I don't know if I ever find one.
I guarantee you could find one because I thought about that. I just want it for the sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. But that's my stuff right there. What about you, man? Same questions reflected.
Man, it with what I do, it comes in waves. Mm-hmm. So, 1 week everything will be pretty slow. Things are going fine, and then it's like everybody's in a crisis. And so that's I know how to deal with it because I've been doing it for like 6 years now, but I know how to navigate through it. But as far as, my personal life, man, I feel like I'm doing great right now. It's always something you could complain about, but I don't think it right now I'm going through nothing that's, enough to write home about.
Right.
But I'm in a good spot. I'm not in the doghouse. So anytime I'm not in the doghouse, I'm doing good.
Hallelujah.
But yeah, man. So today, we, as always, we have our meetings before we get in here and do our thing. But like you said, season is coming to an end. So, and now, it's getting colder out. So the world is starting to slow down a little bit. And, when the holiday season comes in, that's when seasonal depression and anxiety kicks in.
Yes, sir.
And so I wanna focus on that today.
Hey, I'm cool with that one.
So you remember we talked about, what the different segments were that we wanted to implement in the show.
Yeah.
So I think right here, we can call this segment "Get Your Mind Right."
Okay.
So with the mental health tip of the week.
Yeah.
So my mental health tip of the week, I would say, don't let guilt or a sense of obligation control you or control your thoughts. Because we see that so often during this time of year. Everybody's like, I'm going to start Christmas shopping early, like starting around September, October, and then I'm going to gradually, accumulate everybody's gifts. Some people have blended families, so that doubles the amount that they feel like they got to buy for. And then, it just gets crazy because it's like, depending on what you get, even if it's just like small $25 gifts, like that's going to add up.
Oh, yeah.
Real fast. So it's like that sense of obligation, it'll cripple you quick, man. So,
yeah. I was gonna say, I think mine, this goes to something that you talked about. You've been in, this space for 6 years, so it's easy to manage
Yeah.
everybody being in crisis, right?
Yeah.
Same thing for me. Like that's the job is managing people's crisis. But my thing, I think, is don't overbook yourself in this season
Mm-hmm.
because for whatever reason, especially during Thanksgiving time, Christmas time,
Yeah.
everybody gets into that, whole mindset of, oh man, well, I gotta go make sure I see this person, or I gotta make sure this family member,
Man,
and I gotta
what?
make sure I go see, Aunt Esther. We only see her about 3 times a year. We see
Yeah.
her during the Mother's Day and 4th of July and Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But I think there's times where we just happen to overbook ourselves, bro. Like I get into a spot where I used to be, if I don't go see insert family member here during this
Mm-hmm.
break, especially if they're one of those older family members,
Mm-hmm.
I may not get a chance to see them ever again. Like realistically, and
Yeah,
I
I mean,
used to push down on me, bro.
you never know. You never really know. That's something that my dad, he's been gone for 3 years now, and looking back, I don't really have any regrets because me and him, we had a great relationship. But sometimes I do, when I have my moments when I'm thinking about him, I do wish that I spent just a little bit more time with him. And life goes so fast, man. When you got a routine and you just trying to take care of business. I was in grad school at the time, so uh, I was always on the go. And that's one thing that I look back, I'm like, man, I wish I would have just spent that extra 15, 20 minutes,
Yeah,
and I could kind of tell, when I did go see him, like he really didn't want me to leave.
right.
And yeah, that was kind of tough. But yeah, man, it's tough, man, when you gotta go to multiple houses and well, you feel like you have to. I'm not gonna say
Man,
you have to, but family, you want your
it,
family to feel,
yeah,
you know,
dude. So like my family, Thanksgiving used to be the major thing for me. Like anybody ever asked, my favorite holiday is Thanksgiving. That's why I get
mhm.
upset when people go straight from Halloween to Christmas. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, I'm one of them. I'm one of them.
come on, man. We gotta at least get to the
I
Thanksgiving,
mean,
but
Thanksgiving is cool, but it's like, I don't know. I eat, my wife, I eat a lot more than what I used to. Like, I stay eating, but, I'm trying to gain weight. She on
yeah,
a weight loss journey and she's doing amazing. But, um, I do like Thanksgiving. It's just, I like Christmas a little bit more because I feel like the break is a
yeah.
little bit longer. And that's what I look forward to is just being able to just take a chance to sit down, and I'm just looking forward to watching NBA
Right.
all day on Christmas.
Well, see, and I think that's where like the difference is. Like, don't get me wrong, Christmas is great,
Hmm.
but where I'm more of a football head, Thanksgiving football, bro. I used to
Yeah,
coordinate going to people's houses
yeah,
based on the halftime of whatever game was going on. So of course, Detroit and Dallas is always playing.
right.
So I spent like the first half at this family house. Halftime go to the next family house for the second half of that game. Then
Hmm.
between games, go to the third person's house. Then first half start, I'm at somebody else's house.
Yeah.
Like there was times I was literally driving from Beckley to Charleston and back
What?
to go to people's houses, bro. Like, and for me, and this was after my family, we used to all get together in one house,
Yeah,
and that way we didn't have to go to everybody's house, and
right.
everybody would bring everybody knew, hey, this aunt got the greens. This aunt got the
They
potato
they, they
salad.
already know
This,
what's going
yeah,
on.
everybody knew what their role was,
Everybody
man.
coordinate.
Yeah, so I mean, like, get on the topic of like seasonal depression, seasonal struggles.
Hmm.
I do miss that sometimes because it's not as, I don't want to say important, but it's not as prevalent as it used to be.
Right.
And granted, that's because people move, people get older, whatever, what have you.
Yep.
But man, this time of year, I've gotten to the point now. I'm like, I can't overbook myself like I used to.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, we older now, so it's like you pay more attention to that,
mm-hmm,
and you value your peace more.
sir.
And that it's the same way for me. But real quick, I want to explain what seasonal depression is for those who don't know what the clinical definition is.
Break it down, make it plain.
So it says seasonal depression. The acronym is SAD, SAD, but it's a type of depression linked to changes in the seasons with symptoms typically starting in the late fall and ending in the springtime. Symptoms between seasonal depression and general depression are similar. However, um, SAD has a reoccurring seasonal pattern, whereas general depression has no specific timing. So general depression could be persistent, like no matter what time of the year it is. But I think for me, I really don't experience seasonal depression and anxiety. Maybe some anxiety because of like what I mentioned before with feeling obligated to get this and that, and just the whole holiday rush is it's just a stressful time. As an adult, when we were kids, we were just waiting like to see what we were gonna get, but now it's like we Santa now. So it's like, I don't know. I just value spending time with family more so than anything now.
Yeah, kind of piggybacking off that. I think because what was the first general
depression?
So I think general depression. For me, I would experience seasonal depression, but it would occur in what I called the year of first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And usually that goes with some type of major loss. First time that I kind of really thought about it, man, was when my grandfather passed, right? So then I hit, first birthday, first July 4th, first Thanksgiving, first Christmas. So when you go through that season of first, man, the seasonal depression really hits for me around holidays.
Yeah.
And then, he passed away in like February, March. So February, March, I kind of feel a little bit heavier because that's when all of my grandparents passed.
Mm-hmm.
Like they all passed in that springtime.
It seemed like it always happened like that. At the end of the year, it seems like that's just what it seems like when people experience loss the most.
Yeah, man. And like I said, for me, the springtime is usually when I notice myself feeling heavier.
Yeah.
But for me, it's usually around death.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because, like I said, lost all my grandparents at that time. And so I'm thinking about them, or I'm having to, like we talked about earlier, manage everybody else's emotions and feelings during that time.
Yeah.
And managing, being the calm voice of reason. And it, I think a lot of times we go through seasonal depression, but it's really fatigue, especially if you're the fixer in your family. If you're the
go-to.
Yeah, man, because everybody unloads on you. And then it's like, well, who do I have to unload on, unload to? And just the nature of who I am, I try to find ways to internalize my unloading because I'm like, I don't want to burden other people with my stuff. I'd rather just suffer in silence, suffer through doing whatever I do.
I was having that same thought, man. It's like, I don't want to generalize it, but as a man, we internalize anyway. Mm-hmm. And then that's the reason why a lot of men don't talk, is because usually it's used against us at some point. Yeah. And, whoever, we're having an interaction with, say we have a disagreement with somebody, and then they flip the script and throw it in our faces. That's why a lot of men don't talk, but we internalize because we already kind of innately feel like nobody cares anyway. And it shouldn't be that way, but I kind of feel the same because it's like, I don't want to be that guy that's just like, I don't want to look like I'm whining all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the times I tell myself, well, everybody got a story. You just got to keep on pressing through. But, man, we get tired too.
Dude. Something I did here, man, like with any person, I know this is how I am. I got one time to where I be vulnerable with you. And yeah, we all have our dark humor and the ways that we deal with people unloading and being vulnerable. But like you said, if it's thrown back in my face, I'm quick to be like, all right, well, this is no space for me to, bare my soul or stuff like that.
I'm out.
Yeah, like I think I've told you before, this is why I don't use the word safe space. I use the word brave space because we need those spaces where it takes a lot of our courage to be vulnerable with another person. It takes a lot of courage for us to even complain a lot of times. And it's not that we, like you said, that we don't want to. We want to, but we want to do it in a place where judgment's not going to come and then beat us down. Right. I'm already being beat down by the world as is, by the nature of being a man, or by the nature of being the oldest sibling, or whatever the case is. Yeah. being the designated leader in your family, the problem solver. So I'm like, I'm already burned down by all that. I don't need criticism from somebody that I thought I was cool with, somebody I thought I was safe with, somebody that I thought I could bare my soul with, and not feel that judgment or tension.
Yeah,
because
sometimes you need that. You need that release. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Complaining feels good.
yes,
It does. And sometimes you need to be able to, just complain and just get it out. It becomes a problem when that's you do it on the regular. That's all you do, but then there's no action taken to either remedy it or learn how to work through it in a healthy way.
Yeah.
But you need that every now and then. You just need to be like, man, I'm tired of these. You know what I'm saying? So you right. You need somebody in your life. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but
right.
Just a confidant that you can be like, yo, this is bothering me. And I don't know how to get through it right now in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's important, man. We definitely need spaces like that.
I think, just something else is that we got those times where healthy, the way that you vent healthy to what's your healthy is not always somebody else's healthy.
Right.
Man, I mean, I've had people, matter of fact, I had this conversation today, man. Saw a guy and, his face was kind of scratched up. And I was like, I saw it, but we were, one, in a public space.
Yep.
Two, you have a different relationship with these people that we're with. And then three, I'm coming into the situation not knowing anything. So we were all just sitting there, and I had looked to him. I said how we had a conversation. Like I said, I saw what was going on. I just turned my head and kept on pushing. And then like 20 minutes later, he said, now you see, I like how he did it. He came in, he saw me, he nodded his head, and then he let it go.
Right.
And he said he let me have the opportunity to bring it up. He didn't just come in, hey, what's going on? And I think that's
he didn't have to be defensive.
Right. And I think a lot of times people need space to open up how they want to open up.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you put me on blast or you put me on the spot, I'm usually going to clam up.
Yeah, you putting that person into a state of discernment.
Yeah, like don't put the spotlight on me, and now it's like an interrogation. Because now I'm feeling interrogated rather than you just want to be nosy. You don't really care about what I'm actually dealing with. You just want the tea,
Right.
That you just want to be like, we got them people to come on, clock it.
Yeah.
I'll be hand moving and all, like,
yeah.
Some people just want the tea, and I'm like, bro, I ain't even got no tea over here, dog. I got coffee.
I definitely ain't got the scoop. Hey, man, shout out men's mental health, man.
Yes, sir.
That's so important, man. Real quick, so we differentiated between seasonal depression and general depression.
Right.
But let's move on to anxiety. So the way anxiety can increase seasonally, right now, we're experiencing the time of day change. Like it's getting dark, man, early. So changes can increase due to the lack of daylight. It affects your body's internal clock, production of serotonin and melatonin. Basically, just like an abrupt stop to your daily routine, and then you got to readjust. And the people who are most affected by this is interesting. It says women and young adults between the ages of 18 and 30, and those who live far away from the equator, and also those with pre-existing conditions, which makes a lot of sense because if you got depression, anxiety in the first place, it's going to be amplified around this time of year. What else? Like your circadian rhythm, it can mess with that. Just environmental and lifestyle contributors. So
big facts. Just sitting there like, man, that time change, dude.
It took me. I think I'm still trying to get used to it right now.
Yes, sir.
Because I wake up, but getting up, that's a totally different thing. That's a totally different ball game right there. And my wife, she always has an alarm clock that goes off, but 7:30 around there, because I got to be to work at 8:30.
Yeah.
Man, that alarm go off, I'd be like, man. And I don't be getting up. I wake up at well, I'm already woke, but I get up about 8:20 and still make it here.
Listen, I look. You know what? Shout out to those of us that can get up, get ready, get out the house in 10 minutes.
Shout out to y'all.
We you know, there's some people that don't appreciate this like we do because we perfected our process. And I think, like you said, that changing the time of day throws that all off because now, dude, I've been just destroying the snooze button. Like, when I tell you, I started having to set an alarm for 4 a.m, which is like an hour.
That early?
Dude, it's an hour earlier than what I normally get up because I try to get up and I'm like,
oh, yeah, you got to be there dumb early.
Well, it's not even that I got to be up there like that early. Like, I started trying to go to the gym before work.
Shout out to the 5 a.m.ers. Shout out to the 5 a.m.ers.
Listen,
y'all some troopers, because it definitely ain't me. Shout out to y'all.
I'm not a trooper. The only soldier I am is a soldier in the army of the Lord. Like, when I tell you though, bro, like that at first, waking up at 5 was just like, all right, bet, alarms off, get up, water on my face, this is why I bought the bike for the house stationary bike.
Yeah.
And the weight bench at my house. That way I can, get a little thing in, even if I don't go to the gym.
Right.
But it used to be like 5 a.m. getting up. Bet, we're good. Dude, that alarm hit earlier this week. 5 a.m. I hit that snooze button all 7 times. So it's about an hour and a half because I do 10-minute snooze.
7 times. 7 times. Yes, and another 7 times.
When I tell you I got up, and the reason that I really noticed the change is I started to see light creep in through the window. And I said, oh, I'm late.
Yeah.
Like,
it got real at that point.
Dude, even the like with the change in time, the light, like I said, football season was coming to an end. It used to be we'd have hour of light, hour of darkness.
Right.
Now, before we even get started on practice, it's getting dark. So,
oh yeah,
I'm over there like, and then I'm noting, and if you've ever dealt with kids, it start getting dark. They start going haywire, and I mean complaining, ramped up. Wanting to go home.
They ready to go home, hop on that game.
Yeah, because they see dark, and it's nighttime. And then you got parents that's like, "Hey, are y'all gonna let out early today?" And I'm like, you know what? Yeah. I'm understanding of it because I've seen it, right? And I know what's happening. So, man, but you got those other people that are like, "Nah, y'all need to stay the whole time." And I get that completely. Like, that's the type of person I am. If we're saying we're doing something from time to time, let's go ahead and do it. But also, I got to realize that I have to be flexible, especially during this time of year, because it's rough, bro. It's just rough.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I understand both sides. From the parents' point of view, I can see why, one side would be like, no, we need to stick and finish this out. Because, when a kid says they want to do something, it is important to hold them to that and commit to it all the way through. But then, I mean, you got to look at, you never know what somebody's going through. They might be going through something at home. They might just be like, the parent just might be drained and they wouldn't mind going home a little early.
Well, dude, I think that speaks to that anxiety, right? Because then you got to manage expectation. And, what was good earlier in the year ain't good now.
Right.
What was good during the first part of the, before the time change, expectation is completely different. And now you got to manage the new expectation.
Yes.
I think for me, when we talk about seasonal anxiety, it's me really just dealing with the unexpected of the new season, right?
Yeah.
Winter is always one of those things, bro, because are we going to get a bunch of snow or are we not going to get a bunch of snow? Do I need to go to the grocery store and get, the 16 loaves of bread? Because, that's first thing going to be gone.
Bro, I don't understand the bread, the eggs, and the milk. What are you making? What are you going to do with those 3 things besides make eggs and toast, bro?
French toast, man.
I mean, I get it, but it's like, bro, you don't want no meat, bro.
Ain't no meat, no turkey, no everything else gone. And then maybe bologna.
I'm saying, so I was having this conversation with somebody. I was like, I don't understand why those 3 items are so popular. And they was like, well, what if the power go out? I'm like, if the power go out, you can't make toast. You feel me? I mean, you can always make fire some kind of way. So me, I be buying like meats.
Yeah.
Pause. Hold on. Pause. But you know what I mean? I'll be buying stuff like that and throw it on a skillet or something. I don't get it, man.
Man, look,
The toilet paper and all that, I get. But man, y'all don't need that much.
You don't need that much toilet paper, dog.
Y'all do not need that much toilet paper.
Y'all ain't got that much butt in the world.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, so for me, man, I'm big. If I buy things in bulk during the storm or whatever, it's usually like your canned foods, canned tuna, those type of things where you can just pop open and eat. Like, cause that's always gonna be good.
Right.
Like, just like you said, get the meat.
Some nice little saltines.
Get you a bag of spinach. You can still make a salad.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, we do that. Yeah.
Like you said, there's things you can be reasonable in doing this stuff, but dude, when they say a storm is coming, everybody's anxiety shoots through the roof because now everybody's like, man, I gotta go get it, and this is where you could tell if a person was kind of like brought up in survival, because like there's the idea of I'm going to buy it because we don't know if I'm going to be able to have it. Like, I mean, and that's real for some people.
Yeah.
I tell folks, like, I was brought up with a healthy dose of survival and love. So I can manage and be reasonable about the situation. But man, I remember getting phone calls and people like, I was in North Carolina, bro. So, snow, inch of snow down there, people going crazy.
Oh yeah.
So everybody was afraid to drive. I'm getting the phone calls because of course you're the manager, right? Dude, they like, Kurt, man, you gotta take me to the store. I gotta go buy da 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 da. And they sitting there and they go in the store and I'm sitting in the car and they're like, aren't you gonna come in? I was like, bro, I got ramen at the house. I got, my little pot for making my noodles, boiling eggs, whatever. I was like, I'm good. And they're just like, man, couldn't be me. They come back, load up my car, and I'm like, bro, what are you gonna do you don't even like sandwiches. Why do you have this much bread?
Ain't finna do nothing with it. Like, it's finna sit there and get moldy.
Like, bro, it's you. They already got toilet tissue in the stalls at the school. Like, we're in a community bathroom. Why do you have this much toilet paper?
I don't know, man.
Like, are y'all panicking?
Most of them do. Most of them do. But back to the clinical terms.
Right.
So when you work with your people, do you do like CBT and stuff like that?
Yes.
Like, do you do the grounding techniques?
Yes.
Man, I was having this conversation today with somebody, and I was talking about the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method, and it's a great grounding technique to use. But a lot of people, they think, it's just cliche, it's corny. It actually works though. Like, if you really like put forth the effort to like really sit there and try to do that method, it works. It brings you back to the present.
I was gonna say, go ahead and explain to the people there because they don't know.
So the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method, it's a CBT style. For those of you who don't know what CBT is, cognitive behavioral therapy. So the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method is, you think about 5 things you can see in wherever you're at. Think about 5 things you can see. Pay attention to detail of the things that you can see. 4 things you can feel. So pay attention to your sense of touch. Name 4 things, and this is you talking to yourself in your own mind. 4 things you feel, like your clothes texture, the seat that you're sitting in, that stuff like that. 3 things you can hear, distinct sounds. So it could be, music that's playing in the background, somebody walking, somebody talking. 2 things that you can smell, and then 1 thing you can taste. And by the time you get done doing that, hopefully you'll be grounded.
Right.
take a short intermission right quick.
Yep.
What's up, y'all? Appreciate y'all tuning in to the Square Business Podcast. Are you enjoying yourself? We hope you are. So if so, please like, comment, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more so we can keep bringing you this content. We appreciate y'all as always. Without further ado, let's get back to it. But yeah, that method is great. Yes, and I think that it really does work if you put forth the effort to do it.
Yeah, man. Dude, I think grounding, bro, is so important, especially if you're going through. See, I'm a big person when it comes to nature, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, hey, man, take your shoes off, take your socks off. You know some people are risk averse when it comes to that type of stuff. But like, I love going out and
do you hike?
Sometimes. Now, I don't hike like, some of our friends do.
Yeah.
I ain't going out there crazy. Yeah. Now, if I go out hike, I got to go with my gun on me, something. Mm-hmm. But what I do is, like, I'll usually go out to, like, the park or even out in my front yard or backyard because I got all my toys, right? I got my four-wheeler. I got the boat. I got stuff. But what I like to do is just go outside in my, like, sandals or just barefoot and just stand in the grass, man. And, I was a biology major. So what I found is that actually removes the negative ions out your body. So there's science literally behind grounding and going outside and standing barefoot. So, like, you got pain in your body, man, you can go outside, stand barefoot, like, 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. And it's supposed to help because it's pulling the negative ions out your body.
Right.
For me, a lot of the grounding that I do is more so like mindfulness exercises. So my favorite one is like the the leaf in the bridge or the leaf in the stream. So you're supposed to imagine a tree up on top of a hill and a body of water, right? Now for me, I always imagine a big old tree, and then I imagine like the hill and the bridge over in Thurman. Mm-hmm. And it's like whatever your issue is that you're dealing with, you focus in on this leaf, and the leaf falls from the tree, and you're just watching the leaf go with the wind, and the leaf becomes whatever issue you're dealing with after it passes under the bridge.
Now, how does your client receive that? How receptive are they to this exercise?
So usually they're real receptive in it, and at least they're wanting to try it. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we're talking about some of the manliest men that you'll ever find, right?
Yeah.
But it comes to find out they're the ones that are most willing because it's something that they feel they can control. It's something that they feel they have the ability to, like, they don't have to go to somebody and talk to somebody to get. It's something they know they can do on their own, but it also helps with them not having to bother somebody with their issues, right? So they receive it okay, but I always gear it back to, understand that you do have a support system.
Right.
Because I don't want you to get so involved in entrenched in doing all these mindfulness practices that you close yourself off from people.
Yeah, you still need that. You still need that talk therapy too.
Yeah.
But that's why I like the grounding technique so much, is because those who are super introverted, they still have something they can do on their own time in their own space.
Yeah.
But you still need that talk therapy. You have to have someone that you can talk to.
Yeah. I think, we all got our groups, right? I mean, you're part of one of the, I have two groups. Like, you're part of the group that I, do stuff with, because the other group, they're my gaming group. We get on the game, and that's our talk therapy. Y'all are more so like my get out, let's go do something group.
Hey, yo, shout out to the gamer groups. Shout out to the boys, man. Hey,
2K, PS5, Trainwreck 304, look me up.
It's therapy, I'm telling you. Man, it's therapy.
Dude, and I think this is why, choosing people and partners is so important. People that understand what your release is. Mm-hmm. Because you have some people that get upset about people that go out and they might get upset because their partner goes and hunts, or you might get some people get upset because their person goes out and shops. Right. Like, now, I do believe in doing everything within reason, because some people do overblow it.
It's got to be moderation.
But as long as you're doing things in moderation and it's not keeping you from being the responsible person that you're meant to be,
Right.
I'm always going to be for it. But you have to be around and with somebody that understands that.
Mm-hmm.
Because if not, it becomes another source of anxiety.
It's going to turn into a war.
and
it's going to weigh on you.
And if you're an introvert, boy, I don't fight. I leave. And hey, shout out to my family right now that's taking bets on my next relationship, how long it's gonna last. So I'm letting you know, baby, if you're out there, they got money on you.
Shout out to you, sis.
But yeah, man, this it's funny because I think humor is also a great grounding technique.
Yep.
Like,
you gotta be serious all the time.
Dude, when's the last time that you legit had a good belly laugh? I'm talking about tears. Like,
man,
boy.
I don't know.
Man.
I don't know.
Oddly enough, a lot of times when you ask people that question, it's usually around tragedy. And it's interesting that in any tragic situation, right, we will somehow try to find humor.
We always gonna make a joke. We gonna crack a joke.
Like, bro, I just watched another joint, and you know, you could cut this out if not. I was watching Kev on stage, and he was talking about how his brother passed away, and he was on a plane in coach, and he said, "How dare you die while I'm in coach?" he said, you knew you was gonna die. I thought about it. You could have died before I got in coach. You could have. Why couldn't you die while I was in first class? I was like, bro, he said that, and I just busted out laughing. And I was like, I replayed that part of the
crazy work.
Like, dude, I think, and then, you know, you share that experience with somebody, and, you know, they may not laugh, but hey, to me, I'm a cry laughing every time.
Maybe that was his way of getting through it. I mean, you never know.
But some people, when they hear that, they're like, man, I can't laugh because it's so sad. No, but it's funny.
I mean, everybody's different. I'm going to leave it at that.
Very true.
Everybody's different.
It's like me falling, man. If I fall, I ain't going to find it funny until later. But everybody else?
Yeah.
Man, look, that snow that we got, I about fell 2 times. I went into work.
Already. Not even December. You done got, you on the leaderboard already?
Listen here. I didn't hit ground. But I said, hey, I went out there. I told the people, I said, look, I almost fell 2 times. Y'all almost lost me today.
I seen that.
And then I said, I know the 3rd time coming. I just don't know when.
Mm-hmm.
I was in front of Optimal.
Oh, man. But to be fair, they never do nothing with that parking lot.
Sir, I know.
They never do nothing over
there. I know.
They did repave, though.
Yes, they did.
But let's see how long it lasts.
They need to drain it. They need to put some drainage over there, man. Because when I say that 3rd time hit, and I texted one of my friends, I said, look, I don't know why, but it was one for the Father, one for the Son, one for the Holy Spirit. I said, I'm telling you now, if I fall, day's done.
Ball game.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. If you've been dealing with seasonal depression already, or if you deal with general depression, please find somebody to talk to, connect with someone, tell a friend.
Yes,
don't stay by yourself. Don't stay alone, because you're definitely not alone, and you're not the only one that deals with that issue. But that's going to wrap up this episode of Square Business. As always, we appreciate you all for tuning in. Please like the video, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, because we got a lot more to come. This is episode 6?
Don't make me lie.
Episode 6,
episode 6
season 1, episode 6. And I think we'll do 4 more episodes. We'll do 10 episodes a season. But yeah, we appreciate you guys, and can't wait to get back and connect and just talk about more Square Business, man. So as always, Square Business.
Square Business.
And we appreciate y'all.
Say, look forward to seeing you next time.
I let your boys, man.